your balls. I heard your girls got you climbing the walls. Man, your life is a mess. You used to wear the pants, now you're wearing a dress. You feel like enough is enough, and you're tired of wearing the handcuffs. Cause you no longer run your own house. You wanna be a man again, come and join Mouse. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mouse Show. Me and Organized Unity to Save Earth. I'm King Ricky.
And I'm Barry.
And today, we have a special guest with us. But before we introduce him, I would like to say that the opinions expressed today are simply the opinions of me, my brother, and our special guest, V. They're not the opinions of our friends, family members, co-workers, or spouses. Now, today, we have a very special show. We want to talk about something that, I don't know if people think about this a lot, but they should before they decide to make a lot of decisions. And today's show is about doing time in the California State Penitentiary. Now, would you like to introduce yourself?
I got everybody doing. My name is Vincent, where everybody call me V.
And we're going to talk today about your experiences going through the prison system today. Is that cool?
That's cool.
All right. Let's start from say for instance, when you were juvenile. I remember back in the day, Vincent, he's not only our guest, but he's also our cousin too. Let me say that. And back in the day, I remember when you went to juvenile hall, and I rode with your mom to pick you up. Do you remember that?
Yep.
You had said something to me, and I don't know if you remember this, but I was like, what was it like in there, man? Do you remember what you said?
I don't remember what I said.
Okay. You said it was like going to Disneyland.
Oh, wow.
Do you still feel like that now when you look back?
Yeah, compared to doing prison time, yeah.
Okay, so you don't have to say exactly what happened as far as the crimes goes, but how much time do you do in juvenile system?
The most I did in juvenile system, probably about going back and forth, probably about 6 months.
And what did you think about it?
It was nothing to me.
Did you run across a lot of people from other gangs and stuff?
Yep, I ran across a lot of people from other gangs.
Now, even the first time that you went, were you nervous at all or anything like that? Your very first time going in?
Nope, I thought I was this top-notch gang member. See,
Okay.
When I first went in juvenile hall, I want to say I was around 13 years old. I could tell you what it was. It was assault on a bus driver, taking bus tickets.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like in
You don't have to say the year.
Oh.
But, yeah, so how'd you get caught for that?
Because I beat the bus driver up on the bus.
I mean, who called the police, do you know?
I have no idea who called the police.
Were you still on the bus at the time, or was you walking or something?
Nope, I was still on the bus.
Oh, and all of a sudden the police showed up.
Yep.
Wow.
Was you surprised?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did you feel when you knew you was getting arrested? Was you nervous at that point?
No, because I thought I was top notch. That's just part of gang banging.
Yeah.
Even though you were only like 13, you said?
Yeah.
Did they draw guns on you or anything like that to
No.
get you off the bus?
No.
They just asked you to come with us to stop the bus, and just came and got you off the bus and put you in the patrol car?
Actually, the bus was already stopped because I was beating up the bus driver, so the bus wasn't going nowhere.
Okay.
So,
Were people tripping out, screaming and hollering and all that when it was going on, or you weren't paying attention?
No, they was hollering like stop, and I turn around. Like I said, I was gang banging at that time, and I turn around and my vocabulary, basically everything came out my mouth was cuz.
Yeah.
Cuz, shut the F up.
Yeah.
Shut the F up, cuz. Shit like that. That's how I was, talking back then.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: once that happened, how much time did you do that time?
My first one, they actually gave me 20 days.
Oh, okay. And then once you got out, how long was it before you went to jail again?
Before I went to jail again, probably about a month later.
And what was that for?
That was for what was that for? I think a GTA.
Oh.
What is that?
A stolen car.
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, yeah. Well, I should know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it was a police chase because they had to chase me.
Was you by yourself?
Yep, I was by myself.
And how old were you at the time?
13 years old.
Wow. And you knew how to drive?
Yeah.
Man, I wasn't nowhere near no car trying to drive at that age. I wasn't even thinking about driving.
And did somebody teach you how to steal cars, or you just figured it out yourself? Or was it just sitting there?
Somebody taught me how to steal them.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, somebody taught me how to steal them.
And where were you going?
Where was I going?
Yeah, when you was driving the car.
Going around gang bang to other hoods.
Oh, okay.
Gang banging.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was you by yourself, or you picked up some of the homies?
Some of the homies. I had some of the homies. with
Oh,
me.
okay.
Yeah, I had a little crew.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
had a little crew.
And then, how much time did you do off of that one?
What did I do off of that one? I think, if I want to say, I think 3 months.
Okay. And then, after that, did you do more time in juvenile hall, or was it the major crime that you committed that you ended up going to jail for after that?
No, I went to the juvenile hall probably about twice after that.
Okay.
Like that, one time after that for knickknacks and matter of fact, they had me smart. I had to be. They were taking me to juvenile hall, even if I was 5 seconds after 10 o'clock, after curfew.
Oh.
We had these 2 white police officers called Starsky and Hutch.
Mm-hmm.
And they used to hang out by my mama's apartment. If I'm 3 seconds past 10 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
they taking me to juvenile hall.
Mm.
And they did that numerous of times. They won't take me to the, they're going to take you to a police station. Talk
Yeah.
to mom. They take me to juvenile hall.
Oh, man.
My mama was hot.
So, you was on probation at the time?
I was on probation.
Okay.
Yep.
And let's lead up to the major crime that you went for. When you did the major crime, you don't have to say if you don't want to. If you want to, you can. But when you did the major crime you did, how old were you at the time? No, how old were you at the time of the crime?
I was 15 years old.
Okay.
wow.
They a new law came out in 1980.
Uh-huh.
And they could try you as an adult at 16 years old. So they waited till I turned 16
Mm-hmm.
and tried me as an adult.
So you were 15 when the crime happened?
Yes,
Oh, and they waited till you turned 16.
yes. I just about turned 16.
Okay.
Is that months or
Yeah.
how long? How many months was that before
Let's see.
or after
Let's see.
you had
January,
turned?
February, March, April. I think about April. It was April. They waited till I was still juvenile. They waited till September to try me as an adult, which was my birthday.
Man,
Man, that's messed up. So then, okay, when they tried you, did you have a chance to take a deal?
Yes, I had a chance to take a deal.
And what was that?
10 years.
And you refused the deal?
Yep, I refused the deal.
Why?
Because I didn't think they had nothing on me.
Oh. And you didn't think there was no witnesses or nothing?
I didn't think it was no witnesses.
Oh, man. So the crime happened, and you didn't take the deal. So you said, I'm going to court. And when you went to court, what happened?
When I didn't take the deal, they said, okay, when they tried me as an adult, they came out to trial as an adult, and they came back and said, well, we're going to try you as an adult, and we got witness against you.
Oh, man.
So I said, I don't believe that. Then my lawyer went out, came back, and told me who was against me.
ah,
It was all my homies. I ain't got no problem saying. It was just about 5 of them.
Oh, man.
Then I tried to take the 10-year deal. They like, hell no.
so for them snitching, I guess I don't know if you would call that.
That's what it is.
Okay, for them doing that, did they receive anything?
Yep. They
A reduced
they,
amount of time?
they wasn't gonna be charged with murder. They're gonna receive. They separated us. They kept me in juvenile hall, put them in a juvenile tank in the county jail, and they kept them until they finished the trial. Once they finished the trial, they let them out.
Oh, wow. And how long were they in there?
It took me. I fought my case for about close to a year and a half.
At the time, when they wanted to give you a 10-year deal, does that seem like a long time to you? Like, man, that's a long time.
Yeah, it seemed like a long time because they're gonna send me to YA.
Oh, but see, yeah, because you was a teenager, so 10 years to a teenager is a long time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But YA, that ain't that bad.
No.
Man.
But even after I got found guilty, even though they tried me as an adult, they still supposed to send me to YA.
Oh.
But they didn't because they consider me one the worst 15 gang members in South Central at that time.
Are you serious?
Yeah, in 1980. Yes.
Oh wow.
Because I was terrorizing. So YA wasn't even in play. They said, we sending you to prison. And
Oh, man.
and that's when they sent me to prison at 17 years old.
Oh, they didn't wait till you was 18?
No.
Oh wow. I didn't think they could do that.
Me neither.
No, they would. I don't think they supposed to have did that either. But me not understanding the law, and they wanted to really get me because they could get me in prison because the people that testified against me telling them they scared for my life, their life.
Oh.
Because if they send me to YA, I'm going to get out and I'm going to kill them.
Right.
So
So when you heard the judge say you're sentenced to 15 to life, what were you thinking at the time?
well, the first one I heard is the jury came back with 15 to life.
Okay.
That was they came, but they were pushing for 25 to life.
Oh.
Ooh.
But jury came back and said because since you was a minor, which they consider a juvenile,
Right.
we're gonna give you 15 to life.
Oh, okay.
That's how I wound up with 15 to life. But what I come to find out over years and years, there was no such law as 15 to life. There's no law as 15 to life.
How was they able to get away with that then?
They've been getting away for years. Exactly.
That's not right.
That's not right. It's no law as 15 to life.
When you after you were sentenced that and you went back, when you had to actually go back and start serving your time, like what did it feel like when when they closed the gates behind you, when you got into your jail cell? Like what did that feel like knowing that for at least like a certain amount of time that you would never experience life like you experienced it before? Like what did that feel like? When did it actually hit you?
What you about when they sent me to prison?
When you went back to prison, after you got sentenced, and like what did it feel like when you knew that, okay, I'm not going to get out of here for at least another 10, 15 years?
Not like when you was in prison, but when you just went back to your cell or whatever.
Yeah,
before you went to prison.
Okay, they had me. They sent me when I went back. 'Cause, I used to be in Los Padrinos,
Uh-huh.
but they sent me to LP and kept me in the box. The reason they kept me in the box because of my activity. I see somebody from Playboy, I see somebody from Marvin, whatever. I'm attacking them.
Yeah.
So they had to.
That's
So they had
for,
to.
for people that don't know, that's the enemy of the hood.
Yes.
You're from.
Yes, and I see some lugs that we getting into it. We ain't got. I'm attacking.
Right.
That's the mentality I had.
Yeah.
So to make sure I don't do that, it kept me in the hole. Which is back then. It's just in the juvenile hall. It's a box.
Yeah.
They keep you in the box, and they sent me to Chino from the box.
Oh, how long was you in Chino?
Probably about 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Through the process.
Mm-hmm.
Then in '81, they sent me to San Quentin in '81.
And what was it like? Like when you was put up on the bus in San Quentin, what was that like?
I was like, damn. I just looking. I can't say I wasn't nervous and scared.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and they told me, we got to put you in a hole because you're only 17 years old.
Oh.
So we can't let you on the main line until you turn 18.
Oh.
And I mean, I can remember this like it just happened just now.
Man.
I went to the cell, and they had these two big old corn-fed COs, and I'm looking at them. And say something again, or you move, we gonna hang your ass. You gonna disappear.
Wow.
And I was so scared, I didn't say nothing. I had that mentality that as a gang member, that I was hardcore.
Yeah.
It took them words just like that to break my ass down.
Yeah.
In there. Once you got in there.
Yes. And I realized they were serious. They were serious. And nigga, we'll kill you if you say one more word. I ain't say nothing. I was too scared to say anything.
Did you have any idea if you might know some people who was already serving there before you went or on your way there?
No, I didn't. I didn't know people that grew up in our hood that was already there.
Okay.
They found out I was over there because they was in C section. I was in D section. They found out that I was over there, and they had me brought to where they was at.
But how do that work, man? Like, say for instance, somebody find out, do they tell like the COs, hey, our homies over here,
Yeah,
bring them on this side?
yeah, they get at sergeant or somebody. You know, they got to get at a sergeant, a lieutenant, something like that.
Yeah.
And say, that's my folks over there. We need to bring them over here. And I can tell you, you know, Big Bobo.
Yeah.
You know, he
Yep.
he from where we at, and he said, and somebody told him that was in R&R. That, man, you got a young homie just pulled up. He's like, who? And soon they told him my name. He didn't believe it. He didn't believe it.
So you could go ahead and say what set, you know, our neighborhoods from if you want to.
Oh, from Schoolyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
Yep.
Schoolyard.
And so you seen Bobo and you seen some other people from the hood?
Yep. They brought me over there, and first thing Bobo see me, he like, what the fuck you doing in here?
Dang.
And I told him all the things. He like, what? And I had to stay there until I turned 18 years old in the hole with him.
Yeah, because he's like a big homie from the hood.
Yeah. And I had to go to the yard with them. And to be honest with you, it was dangerous. It was serious. I mean, when they first, shit, you know, they were sending, it just, so many Crips was out there. OG was out there on that yard. It was like, for us to be on the yard like that, and from every different set, it was like 60 some of us, on 70 some on 1 yard. And it's a trip because a lot of us youngsters that went to prison, we wasn't educated.
Oh.
And they were serious about, he said, can you write your mom's a letter? And I had problems writing my mom's a letter.
Wow.
Because I got kicked out of so many schools, and I'm going
Yeah.
to damn schools on the streets. So I don't think I knew about his gangbanging. And they took time out, literally, on the yard to educate me. To learn how to read and write, and I can just start writing my mom.
Who got you to start trying to get educated?
Bobo, Bam Bam, all these individuals started.
Yeah, OGs from the hood.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people don't, and a lot of people, I'm going to tell you because the people don't even know it. James Lee.
Oh, okay.
He was, I was in prison with James Lee in 83.
Okay.
We was in C-section because that's the hole.
Yeah.
And how I wound up in I'm going to explain to you how I wound up in a hole. But
Okay.
before I hit the main line, when I turned 18, I was sent to the main line. And out there, just, you know, it was like so many people was against it. I mean, you had the prison gangs, the blacks, the Mexicans, whites, and but being not aware of all this, but being told while I was in a hole, this is what you got to be aware of, so you got to pay attention, but still being young and had that mindset of a gang member. Because now no police threatened me, and I was scared, and I got all these Crips around me. I don't feel threatened no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel now I kind of feel emboldened because you got all these Crips around me. But I was still naive to the fact on what goes on in prison.
Yes.
Right.
Like, being the fact that you were young, and I know some people who live that kind of life in prison might look at you as being, like, you know, young, and they might look at you like as if you're not a man. So when you first got there, did you have any experiences where somebody was trying to be too nice? And, you know, sometimes in prison I hear that, you know, what that leads up to when somebody's a little bit too nice, they might try to do something to you, like physically. No. Did you ever have any kind of encounter like that, even though you had homeboys who were already there from the neighborhood to protect you?
I mean, I ain't saying stuff like that don't happen, but no, never experienced that. I never experienced nothing like that. People say you go to prison and somebody gonna slide you some soap or something. Try to have sex with you.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I ain't say it ain't never happened, but mine's been, and all the time I've been in prison, don't happen.
Yeah. Not like
Not like
The way people be saying.
no, it does not happen.
Yeah.
You know, and I ain't saying it ain't happened to nobody. I'm quite sure it have.
Yeah.
But it don't.
More than likely, those probably people that's weak.
Yeah.
Like, see, you was lucky because you went there.
Yeah.
You had people, from the hood there.
Yeah.
You was a gang member and all that, so people probably already knew not to mess with you.
Yeah.
I mean, probably somebody had never been to jail or something like that. You know what I mean?
I explain because, like being young, the prison gang, they try to get at me, like, when I was in the C session, like, this is about blackness and all that. And I'm listening to them, and they, where you from? I said, I'm out of LA. They said, you a gang member? I said, yeah, I'm a Crip. And I was like, okay. Well, and the only thing they had to say, we're gonna be back, we got some paperwork
Right.
for you to read. But Bam and them, they seen boy at my cell.
Mm-hmm.
So they came down there another thing, asked me, what the hell he was talking about? He part of a prison gang, Black and Wolf. And I said, okay. He said, he talking about he gonna come back and give me some paper. They like, oh, hell no. So they went down there and hollered. I said, man, that's our young homie. You are not gonna slide no paperwork up under that door.
Yeah.
Or we'll be going to war.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this: how long was you in Quentin?
81 to 86.
Okay. And what was it like doing time over there? Since you had a lot of people around you, was it like kind of easy doing time over there?
No, because we was always at war.
Oh.
See, when I turned 18, they sent me to the main line,
Wow.
and they had so many other scripts out there because they sent us busloads of it.
Yeah.
If you 25, if you ain't 25, you under 25, they sending you to Quentin. If you 25 and older, they sending you to Old Folsom.
Okay.
Folsom. So we was coming in droves, busloads,
Yeah.
and everybody, nobody liked us.
Yeah, because during that time in the 80s, it was going down with the gang bang.
Exactly.
Like, for real.
And I can remember I was out there, and we all out there. I mean, we didn't respect nobody.
Yeah.
But there was so many of us. They like, damn, how we gonna deal with these damn youngsters?
Yeah.
And because we up, me, Kajor, and all of us up. Kajor, rest in peace, Lou Montgomery. He from Gray. He lost his life. At a young age in Quentin. And I'll tell you about that story in a minute. But when I got to the main line, out there, we found something like that. And I think the oldest Crip out there at that time was probably about 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta imagine, we had something like almost 200-some young Crips out there in the main line,
Wow.
besides the ones all in a hole.
Right.
No, we were just coming in. So, and I can't say if he, because the older Crips out there, them motherfucking beating them Black and Willis fam, whatever you want to call them, convinced the homie to stay up on that upper yard.
Mm-hmm.
But this was between the prison. This was prison between them, Messon, and white boys. They had nothing to do with gang members on the street.
Right.
Bloods or Crips. It
Right.
had nothing to do with us.
Mm-hmm.
And they convinced the homie, I think, to stay on the upper yard and be gone, because this is going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember this day, June the 19th, 1982.
Uh-huh.
And so the homies like, okay, we're going to get down what you got. Not knowing, we don't understand the whole thing about this prison.
Do us a favor and try not to cuss too much, V.
Okay. And they don't understand. So we sit up there to the homies side. All right, we're gonna go down. We go down with the other blacks.
Uh-huh.
And we was lost. And we was stuck in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
All Crips stuck in the middle.
When you were saying that a lot of you guys were going in there, you're talking about gang members, of course, but you're actually talking about like African Americans, or was it a lot of like Latinos coming in too?
It was Latinos coming in too.
But it was more of us coming in there.
I can't say, but it's about a mixture.
Okay.
But the whole thing people don't realize, these Latinos coming in prison, them same Latinos that grew up in our neighborhood.
Really?
Yes, we do a lot of them. But once they come to prison, they no longer under that same gang. They under the Muslim Money.
Right.
Oh.
They under them. They control the prison system.
Mm-hmm.
And so they became, when they come in, they go up under them. So
whether you was prison on the street don't matter. Once you get to prison,
it's a whole different ball game.
whole different ball
The
game.
ones you knew, you probably been over their house and you playing with them all day in the streets, and they grew up like in prison. If they been told to go kill you, they come to kill you.
Wow.
So we fighting battles like that.
Dang. So what about doing time and quitting? Did you have problems with the COs a lot?
Yep, I had problem with the COs a lot. I got like probably about 8 or 9 assaults on staff.
Oh wow.
And you gotta remember I told you at the beginning, them 2 white COs came
Yeah.
and you know, got at me like that, called me. I never forgot about that. But I didn't have no direct contact with them. I'll be honest with you, I wish I'd have seen them.
Yeah.
A lot of did something to him, and but I didn't, and see him, so I didn't do nothing to him. And what made me become that way, become the person I became, you know, that whole, is June the 19th, that race ride.
Oh.
And you can just imagine 200-something Mexicans, 200-something white boys charging you, and the police just shooting. The only one they shooting is blacks.
Wow.
With them gauges. I still got bird shots and everything else in me to this day. But they shooting black, and the only reason, and what them Mexicans told us, because we knew a lot of, like I said, you know, they said the only reason we're gonna give you guys a break because we all grew up in the same neighborhood.
Wow.
And we knew you guys were manipulated to stay on this yard.
Oh man.
Wow.
Because they asked us, all the Crips, to go to the lower yard.
Yeah.
They asked us, and we had older homies didn't decide. I guess they decide we not gonna do. And was I scared? Hell, yeah. You know what it's like, and I mean, you guys have probably experienced it, you know, with all these 200-something months, 200-something white boys coming at you with knives and bats and hunt, and this is how close I am to you guys. This is how close they was to us, and told us why they didn't kill us.
Dang.
And the ones we was supposed to stand and fight with, they ran
Wow.
and left us in the middle.
That's crazy, man.
Yes.
Was that like the scariest day you had in quitting?
Besides when police told me they gonna kill me,
Yeah.
yes, my knees were shaking. I'm looking at it, if I say the experience we didn't have, I'm looking to fight these white boys and Mexicans with my fists. They got weapons.
Wow.
Who do that?
Yes. Enough fair fight. You couldn't win.
You couldn't win. And I was so scared. My knees were shaking. I'm like, and I seen them coming, and the hatred and the death they had in their eyes,
Man.
it was real. But the only thing I'm glad about it was the hatred and the death they had in their eyes wasn't towards us.
Right.
As far as Crips.
Right.
It was towards them. Prison gang.
Yeah.
And they spared our lives. I ain't no doubt about it. And they spared our lives. But we still was getting shot though. We had homies getting shot in the eye. We had homies getting shot in the back and stomach, and the nuts. And
That's crazy.
All kind of stuff. So, and what we had to do was, we had to educate ourselves.
Yeah.
And we had to learn how to make knives. We learned how to do all that inside prison.
Yeah.
Inside that hole. Because the first thing we going after we learned all this on the yard was them black prison gangs that said they left us for dead.
Man.
We had to knock them down. That was the first one. We had to go after them.
So okay, so you did your time in Quentin. Where'd you go from there?
I did my time in Folsom.
And how'd you learn you was going to Folsom? New Folsom or Old Folsom?
Oh, New Folsom.
Oh, okay.
I was in the hole. I was still in the hole. So I went to the hole in '82, and I was still in the hole when they sent me to New Folsom in '86.
Okay.
You got I wound up all that time. I wound up doing at least 16 or 17 years straight in the hole.
Man. And when you're in what is the hole like for people that don't know?
The hole is like for people that you have You got your own. I'll be honest with you. You got your own cell
Uh-huh.
until you. But once they start building these new prisons, like New Folsom, you had a cell.
Okay.
Other than that, when you was in Quentin, you had your own cell. And it's just like you get that few hours yard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you stuck in the hole, and every day you get a chance, you go to the yard.
Mm-hmm. But was you on the yard with other people? Or did you have like a little cage or something?
No, the cages didn't come up until like 2000. No,
Oh,
you
okay.
in the yard with all the Crips.
Oh, okay.
You the Crip, you go in the yard with the Crips.
Okay. Did you run across a lot of people that you knew from the hood when you was in Folsom?
No, because you gotta realize people from the hood didn't start coming to like far as Bobo and all them, but
Yeah.
far, you know, like that's from Schoolyard.
Yeah.
I didn't run into no Schoolyard till like 12 years later.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't there. They wasn't coming into prison like that.
Yeah.
I was, one of the first ones
Yeah.
doing that.
And being the fact that you were there, and a lot of people you knew from the hood was there, did you like? How did you didn't feel threatened or unsafe at any given? Well, I'm pretty sure they did at one point in time, but how did it feel not knowing that you didn't have any people there from the hood who could like
Like when he was
kinda
at Folsom?
when he was when you got to Folsom?
Okay.
Yeah, how did it feel like that you didn't have any people in the hood there, like as far as your safety? How did that feel?
I didn't feel threatened because I was a stabber. I'm putting it down. I'm knocking you down.
Yeah.
Under no circumstance. So if I feel threatened by anybody, I'm gonna knock you down.
Yeah.
And that's what I was doing. That's how I'm doing all this time in the hole, because I was putting the work in necessary to be there. That's how people.
Like, do people know that about your reputation?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Yes. And not from even like to this day, people say, man, when we first youngsters, we tell them when we first go to prison, they say, man, you know Big V, because they say I'm from Schoolyard, so you know your own Big V, and they don't know me personally,
Right.
but if they don't acknowledge it, they're like, oh yeah, that's the big homie.
Yeah.
They're cool, but if you don't acknowledge it, because of the reputation I had, and but if you acknowledge it, you good. But if you don't acknowledge it, they got a problem with that.
And so, you was in Folsom in the whole time.
Yep.
So then, where'd you get transferred from there?
Corcoran.
In,
They built Corcoran up in 1988.
so do they just come get you, say you being transferred? How does that work?
Yeah, because Corcoran was opening up. They transferred me to Corcoran in '88 because it was just not opening it up. And I was in the hall, so we said we sending you to Corcoran.
And what was it like over there?
A battle, because we had to go to the yard with the Mexicans and the whites. And every time we hit the yard, we out there fighting.
Wow.
Now, is that a state prison or a privately owned?
State prison.
Okay. So all the time for Folsom is too, right? Folsom State?
Yeah.
And San Quentin, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I had like probably about 9 fights. Then they started putting me on walk alone.
What's that?
Walk alone, you got to go to the yard by yourself.
Oh.
Then after you finish your walk alone, about 30 days, something like that, they put you back on the yard and you go out there and you get them up again. But we was so they was handcuffing, but we didn't care. You know, they let out me and my cellie. They let us out one cell, black cell. They let out 2 or 3 of the Mexican cells. So we was out there battling, and it got to the point we started betting lunches on who could knock the Mexicans out.
Dang.
Dang.
And you know, because
Wow.
cause we like, you seen that when I had size back
Yeah.
then, and we like so we started betting lunches. The police got wind of it. They started betting money.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's and they had a big old thing on that. Yeah,
The thing is, though, like when y'all get into it, right, and they let you on the yard, was this just automatically on site? It was on, or what?
Yeah.
Everybody knew it.
Only thing you had to do is go out there in your shoes and your boxers, nothing else. Because and they're gonna tell you go in the back. As soon as you walk in, they be back there. Whoever they are for be back there. As soon as they come out, they ain't
Y'all do y'all thing.
do our thing, and they give you 2 minutes to fight. That's what they was doing.
That's the COs was doing.
Yeah, the gun.
Dang.
And I don't care what nobody say. 2 minutes is a long.
Yeah. And when you like
Fight.
boxing, yeah.
That's a
It is.
long time.
Yeah.
And anybody that say I can laugh for 2 minutes. That's a woo.
Yeah.
If you don't put a person down, and you step and you swim for 2 minutes, it's a long time. And then when the 2 minutes come, they don't tell you to stop. they shoot.
Dang.
And that don't make you stop. If that don't make you stop, you get shot.
Dang.
Whoa.
They give you a warning shot first.
That's basically
Like time up.
yeah.
Man.
Now, if you get into a fight with somebody, I guess the only way you can get extended time is if they're seriously injured, for them to add time to your sentence.
These days, back then, like I said, I had 7 soft on COs with weapons, trying to stab them, and I never got no time for it. They wouldn't
For real?
Yeah, they wouldn't give them time back like
Is
that.
it because the time you already had, or they just wasn't doing it back
They
then?
just wasn't doing it back then. Like
Wow.
that. Only time they take you to court if you commit a murder, and they got the evidence, and they'll try to take you to court. Other than that, if you stabbing a person and all that, they wasn't doing that. They wasn't doing that. That's why it's so free, fall open.
Yeah.
Like I said, I did a lot down the hole, and when I 15 in life, I ain't never got no time added on to my 15 in life.
Wow, that's crazy. Hey, let me say this though before you continue, because I feel like shaking somebody right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you what they need to do is subscribe to this channel. Am I right?
Yes, man. They need to like, subscribe, comment, and share, because I know you guys are checking some stuff out that you listening to stuff that you probably ain't never heard, because everybody have their own little visualization of what it might look like, but this is somebody who's been there and have served some hard times.
Yeah, that's the real deal right
Y'all need
here.
to like, comment, subscribe, and share this for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So V, you was in there in Corcoran, and what was that like doing time in there? Was you like, I didn't like it, or it was off the chain? It was crazy. What was it like?
I loved it because I'm gonna be honest with you. When I said I was a gamer, I like going out there beating up on the Mexicans.
Yeah,
That's just something I like doing.
Yeah.
I felt that, and they like, no, you just having too many fights.
Yeah.
So the first thing they did was soon Pelican Bay shoe open in '89. Pelican Bay shoe.
Okay, so-
shoot.
let me ask you this: did you run across people when you was in prison that was like well known?
Actually, no. Yeah, but well known. You talking about like in the George Jackson days and stuff like that?
No, I mean like, did you run into Tookie?
Yep, I went. Tookie was in C-section. I actually go to yard with Tookie.
Yeah, there's also being people like that.
Yeah, because they was on death row, and before I left Quentin, they gave death row the 5th tier and the 4th tier, and for them go to the yard with us, which is to us it was a hole, but to them it was their main line.
Oh, okay.
So I was on the yard with Tickley, Tretch, Evil, all of them. I was on the yard with all of them. Yes, I was on the yard with all of them.